Live on this one.
Yeah, let him start rolling in. I'm about to say, while I'm setting up,
Uh-huh.
probably hop a squad and talk to him for a little bit, let him know what's happening.
All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right, people. Welcome. Greetings. Drop a comment. We're gonna get started here in a second.
Gotcha.
You going live on Instagram
Uh,
or YouTube?
YouTube, but I should go live on IG to be honest.
You got more followers on IG?
Yeah, your YouTube stacked up.
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna just go live on IG.
Y'all go check it out. About to do this little interview with Brown
Sir.
Bro.
Gang.
Set up. All right, let's do it. What's good, people? Got 38 in here. What's good to the 38? What's cracking, y'all? We're gonna get started here in a minute. What's good? See you on the chat. What's good, Mr. PQ? Jorge, ¿cómo estás, Jorge? We got the Bonnie. What's good? We got Tan, Michael Vaughn. What's good? James Wade, what's good? Y'all drop a comment when y'all come in. Hit that like button for us. We're gonna get a nice little interview in. I don't know what the question's gonna be, so I'll be ready though. You did send it to me ahead of time though, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Sound, y'all can hear me? Mic check. What's good, Larry? What's good, Roger? Y'all hit that like button for me. I guarantee you, y'all hit the like button, we'll probably double the number of people that come in. We can have a nice little session. Yes, sir. Y'all let me know if y'all want to change the angle. everything is for sale for the right price, except for my soul. We're gonna get started here shortly. What y'all got going on today? Drop me a comment. I can check. Hey, to everybody logging into the live, just want to say thank y'all for taking the time out to come check us out. We have an informative interview being recorded, that high quality setup from Round 10 Pro. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Start here soon. I can see the comments though. Y'all got comments. Let me get comment. Move this a little closer. Let's see. Move y'all a little closer so y'all can hear a little bit better. How about that? Move this a little closer. Let's see. Y'all can hear a little bit better. How about that? Move y'all a little closer so y'all can hear a little bit. That's good.
All right.
Friday.
Time to get started.
Ramón, Najarro, ¿cómo está? TNT Gaming, what's up? What's up? Roger Hayes, Orlando Knight, what's good? Wagwan Star. Wagwan, real boy.
I don't know, this is about to be fire, bro. It's about to be fire.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check. Wagwan. We got 52 in here. Hit the thumbs up for me. I know my neighbors is wondering what's going on. Grew up in Columbus, Franklin County. Always hear about Lorraine when they talking about the weather. But yeah, I've been all over Ohio, man. Ohio is one of those big states like Texas, Florida. What other questions y'all got, man, before we get started? We'll turn this into y'all's Q&A session. Hit that thumbs up for me, man. Real simple, real simple. Just hit that like button real quick. We're gonna drop some knowledge. We'll get into some things, interesting things right quick.
Check. Yo. Yeah. Might have to turn the grab a little.
Microphone checker, 1, 2 checker. Yes, sir. Good people, I appreciate y'all jumping into the live. We're gonna get this here started. Hit that thumbs up for me, man. We got 13 thumbs up. What's wrong? Hit the thumbs up for me, peeps. Live chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. 485 Runner said, who does the interior for the whips? I use this place out of Chicago called Riggs Brothers in Chicago. Midnight G37, how do you How do you like driving the F8 with new mods compared to the SV? Man, it's super different. F8 is smooth. The SV sounds better and got a way different presence when you drive it. The F8 is a little lighter. You can feel that it's lighter, a little faster, a lot faster actually. No, I take that back. It's a little faster. Roger Hayes said, I just remembered when you did the Cali road trip with Hamza. Yeah, long trip, but it was cool. Jack Jones, give up some of that money. Jack Jones, you can get it the same place I got it. You get it the same place I got it, bro. Talking about TNT Gaming, trying to get my first 21 units. I have some investors. What's the best website? I got all my, I got not all of them. I got a whole bunch of them. HUD Home Store. All right. Brandon Grant said, you think exotic prices are going to drop significantly or just minor temporary?
All right, people, we are live now with my brother. Yes, sir. Go tap into that YouTube. We're going live right now.
Microphone checker, a 1-2 checker. Oh yes, sir. I'm trying to bring this camera a little bit closer. Shouldn't be in the shot. I'm gonna bring this a little closer so y'all can try to, maybe y'all can hear a little better. There we go. It's not in the shot, is it? Bring this a little closer so y'all can try to, maybe y'all can hear a little better. All right.
Oh, we live, baby.
Yeah.
We live, baby.
Hey, can y'all hear me a little better now on the live stream? Yeah, the audio's coming through clear on my loop back. All right, we got 53 people in here, 13 likes. Hit that like button for me, if you would, please. All right, mic check.
Yep. Mic check.
We're good.
Yep.
That's not in the shot, is it?
Nah, you good.
Okay.
All right. We ready to roll. We ready to roll, baby.
All right, let me turn this off. All right, we get ready to get started. Gotta get the behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Round 10 Pro. Y'all go check him out on Instagram. His edits be super fire.
My dog.
Super fire. Matter of fact, I mean, best I've seen. Facts.
I should be good.
All
All right. Gotta shake off the jitters.
Yeah. Get him.
Woo. All right. Once again, shake it off.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, when I tell you I'm excited, I know I say it all the time, but this time I mean it. I am sitting with a good brother, man. This dude, I've known you for probably about close to a year now. I've been going to the car events, and you've always been one of the standout people. And yeah, and I really appreciate your mindset. And you know, the cars and, you know, I get it. It's nice. It's nice to have those nice things, but I really judge a man off of how he thinks and how he moves. And you're definitely one of the ones who you do it right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you do it right.
Appreciate
So if y'all don't know, this is my brother Will Motivation. My dog. And he is, you know, within the real estate field. You're a tech guy.
Yeah.
You know, all around you're a traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you do a lot, and the reason why I really wanted to sit down is, you know, I watch your YouTube all the time. I'm always following your story. I'm always following your journey, and you know, I see that you always have a major pull on not only people, but more importantly, the youth. You know, and that's what's so important. You know, as corny as it sounds, you know, when we were young, we hear the same things. Oh man, the young own tomorrow. But we don't get it until we really hit that stage in our life where we can really look back and see, oh, the young really do run tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
And they have that, you know, so tapping in with them and having that influence with them and showing them that, you know, you're not the guy to just push them to the side or, ah, man, y'all young kids, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Man, they admire it when they see somebody who is doing these cool things, even though it's, you know, it's cool to them and it's real work to us. But it's cool to them because it just shows them you can do it too at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And that's what I really admire about you the most is your transparency.
Appreciate it.
You know, you've never been a cocky guy. You never just like, the nice stuff is nice, but you're not a flashy dude.
No,
and that's what I've seen about you the most. Like,
a lot of reasons.
yeah, man, yeah. I want to get into that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what really counts is, you know, what's the personality under all this pizzazz, all the nice stuff? Because sometimes, you know, it's very surface level. There's some people who just fall into money or they get that bag and they just want to show it off. But you really tell a story. So I just want to get we ain't got to make it too long, but I do want to get kind of a background of how you got into your field specifically and, you know, how you transitioned into your lifestyle of now.
Okay, so let's get into it, man. First of all, I appreciate you having me.
My dog.
Second of all, I've seen your work, and I'm always attracted to people who are on their grind and on their mission and who take pride in doing whatever it is their passion is, and they take pride in doing it to a high level. And I appreciate that. So when I saw the work that you did, you know, first I met you, right? And I hadn't seen your work. I seen you shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
Then I got on your Instagram. Then I seen some of your work, and I was like, okay, this dude is for real. Like he's like, you take pride for you to do it like that. You take pride in it, and you're trying to do it to that level. You know what I'm saying? Where so I always appreciate that, man, and I'm gonna be like door open. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do whatever because that's the kind of person I am. You know, when I get do what I'm gonna do, I try to do it to a high level.
Yeah.
But like as far as transitioning into like the lifestyle and everything, for me, like it's like three different components I could think of. My early life where I grew up poor, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be poor because there was a lot of uncomfortable situations. And it didn't make sense to me. You know, when you got smart people in your family and you're looking like why are we broke? You know, people are real genius type intelligence and stuff. Like why?
That's a real perspective that,
bro,
it's hard to gain that.
And you know,
you had that at a young age.
Yeah, and I've seen so many things like, cause I grew up in the hood, right? So I know like my channel, I don't try to make it like a black thing, but I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with black people, and I grew up, and we was poor, but I'll be like, yo, there's so many brilliant people in the hood and stuff, and so many people that got all these good ideas and things. But what's the missing piece? So for me, I had to I was like on a mission to figure that out and try to change things, not only for my future, but whoever comes after me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how the whole thing with the youth comes into play, the whole thing with my YouTube channel and me being a public person. Because in reality, I'm really like an introvert.
Yeah,
like
same,
I'm really,
bro. I'm the same way. That's
but for the kids and for people coming up behind me, I'll get out there and say, you know what? If I could reach one person who was like me, that didn't really have anybody to show them, like, this is the steps you can take to get to this level, maybe I can be that person for the younger version of me out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be every kid, but it could be however many of them that can identify with my story and want to listen, and that's who I'm gonna talk to. You want to listen? Okay, that's who I'm gonna talk to. So
that takes a lot of confidence to, like you said, with being an introvert, it kind of shells you in a way. But with also being an introvert, you know, you think a lot. You're always trying to find new perspectives and look at through other people's eyes and try to fill their shoes, whether it be in your imagination or in physically.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, let me tell you something about, like, 'cause there's a lot of people that, you got extroverts, you got introverts, and those that can kind of go.
Yeah, hybrids.
So I was an introvert, dude. For me, it was so bad when I was younger. My first job, I had a bag groceries.
Okay.
At Kroger's.
Okay.
And you know how you come through the line and the bagger's standing there. We used to have to ask people paper or plastic. And I had a hard time asking a stranger paper or plastic, bro. Like, I really had like, it was real hard for me the first few days. Like, I got through the job. Yeah. But that's how introverted I was. So if I didn't know you, I didn't. It was hard for me to talk to you. But I always encourage people to have experiences, like, do things, get in sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get into school, do a whole bunch of different activities so that you can find yourself. So the more that you do, like, for me, what it was the more that I did, I found out what I was good at. The more experiences I had, I got to know myself, and then I get confidence in knowing myself, right? I know I'm not good at that, so that's not my lane, I'm gonna let somebody else be the lead on that. But in this other area, whatever it might be, that I'm good at, then I can stand up and be like, you know what, I'll take the lead on this. And so having these different experiences got me out of being so introverted, man. But
going through those, like you said, doing so much, you figure out yourself. So you learn your weaknesses at the same time you learning your strengths. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'm good about that. Like, I remember when I was in college, my roommate used to say, one thing about you, you know your weaknesses and you stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I listened to him because he was a smart dude. He was like second in our class at Hampton University. But starting, you know, going back to the three things I think of, like my upbringing, then it was my education, and then it was getting to work. You know what I'm saying? And the getting to work piece is cool because, like, a lot of people can tell your parents can be like, yo, you know, go get an education, you know, go get a good job and take care of yourself and earn a living. But if they haven't gone beyond that themselves, a lot of times they don't know what to tell you to get to that next level. If you're trying to live a lifestyle where you got Ferraris and Lambos and travel and stuff that you see on TV.
And not to cut you off, that's a great point because, you know, there's two different worlds. There's those who have hit that level and they have the luxury to say money isn't everything because they've experienced money. But then you have those analysis paralysis type of people where
a lot of people like that.
They know so much and it hurts them at the same time because they're looking at so much risk and trying to balance it out with the reward, and it kills them.
It's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people. That was part of one of those things. Like, when I was talking about growing up, I seen so many smart people, but, like, why are we not translating that into wealth? And part of it is that analysis paralysis. Another part of it is not knowing how to put discipline toward and focus towards getting to whatever it is you want, even if you don't know how to get there. It's like saying you want to go to China, and there's some people that be like, yeah, China's so far, I don't know the way. But there's other people like, I'm in love with going to China and I'm gonna find a way. So you got to be one of those kind of people, like, I don't know how to get to China, but I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So
and that's why it's important to have somebody like you, or, you know, or with, you know, like you, and specifically you, is showing them that your feet, you know, because, you know, I've traveled. I'm not saying I'm a world traveler, but just putting your feet on different soil does something to you.
Bro, change your perspective, open up your mind.
It lets you know that, you know, like you said. I mean, I grew up. We come from some pretty messed up backgrounds, and I didn't come from the best as well. And I was very much locked to a street, locked to a neighborhood, locked to a city. And then once you know, just going on the other side of town, when you get your first car, is like, whoa, I can move it. And
this used to be way far out from me. Just like right here. This used to be like going to a whole nother. For real, when I was a kid, man, this was like some different stuff.
And getting on that first plane by yourself. man, you just be like, man, and just landing and doing, going to get your first meal somewhere. You just like, I'm really in this place, and it just opens your mind when you come back home. You come back home and be like,
you're no longer local.
Your mind is
no longer local.
Oh, I like that.
But that's a big deal, though, man. There's been studies that have been done that I read about that say if you take a kid and you take them outside of their state and take them to travel, and then you take a kid who's never been outside of their city or state, you can pretty much, like the odds that kid that's traveled, the odds of them being successful and being an earner and like that kind of thing are much greater for the kids that have traveled versus those that haven't.
Yeah, so that's why those field trips are important, man.
Bro, so crucial, man. So that's the thing I see, like when I'm doing like YouTube and being a public person. It's like for me, it's all about. I have fun with it, you know what I'm saying? It's a hobby for me, but at the same time, like the real whole point is like, how can I touch somebody,
provide inspiration,
somebody,
provide inspiration, man. It's coming down a little bit, but that ain't gonna stop the show, man. So what is that? Now you pinpointed why or how you've seen and made that transition. So while you're in the middle of it now, what is those ebbs and flows? What's those ups and downs that the glory that you feel and the lows that you feel?
Man, when it comes to business and like going after like my goals in business, to be honest, I don't feel too many lows, but I do feel pressure and stress that I put on myself mostly. By getting involved in so many things that I know are going to pan out, like make money. So the only lows are like just being human, you know what I'm saying? Like dealing with family issues and personal issues that we all have to deal with, no matter how successful you might be in business, right? We all have to deal with the people that we care about in our family, and if something affects them, then it affects us. You know, if we care, right? So, but from a business perspective, man, I'm so careful, like, and so allergic to being broke that I really calculate my
allergic to being broke.
I calculate my steps. So if I'm doing something like buying this car right here, best believe like I'm in a real good position to where this is not going to hurt me. So I'm always, and it's the same way with making a business move. It's like I'm gonna make this business move, I'm gonna take this risk, but I'm not betting the farm on it. You know what I'm saying? I might bet some time on it, some effort, some energy, but I'm not gonna sink. The biggest time I had that ebb and flow where the risk was really sinking was when I quit my job to go be an independent entrepreneur.
Taking that risk.
Yeah,
that's the and with society now and how even from commercials to the person right next to you, their fears rub off onto you. So when you saying, man, I think I want to quit this job and
they're like,
do my own thing, and they like, well, you gotta worry about this, worry about that, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, and it's like that'll make you into that shell. So you showing that, like, man, I did. Without playing.
We can move it into the garage, though.
Yeah, let's move it into the garage.
All right, let's move the equipment real quick.
All right, y'all. Y'all sticking with us? Y'all sticking with us? We getting right into it. We getting rained out, but we ain't gonna quit on y'all. We ain't gonna quit on y'all. Let me turn some lights on. My lighting game ain't too tight in here, but we're gonna do the best we can. Let me turn that light on. Turn that light on. Turn this light on. I gave Let's Get Live my my other camera. We want to sit in front of the Rari? I'm gonna have to wipe him down a little bit. All right. I'm gonna move that box out the way.
Oh, we was getting into the thick of it too. Again, this is just one of them things.
reality. All right, y'all hang in there with us, man. We gonna get back into it. Y'all hang in there with us.
You know what? I kind of like this stuff.
It keeps it real.
Yeah. And we basically getting 2 shots for 1.
Yeah. Spray painting my Ferrari on live on YouTube.
Intermission.
Right. Intermission, that's all, folks. You live on Insta?
I'm like on 2. I got, how many people I got on here? I got 4. Yeah.
You know, my YouTube is trash right now, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna big you up though.
My dog. What I'm gonna try to lay this, I'm gonna lay your box horizontal right here if you don't mind.
Cool.
Lovely, that's why I got this camera. It handles great in light like this.
Okay.
So we ain't gotta worry about lighting. Check.
Me take this thing clean.
Yeah, I'm glad we got some of it though. That's fire.
Good. That's fire. What you done there?
Yeah. That's fire.
You know, use some B-roll when you see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit once we finish up.
After car clean, after car dirty.
That looks good. This is fire.
All right, y'all still stick with us. Everybody left. Oh, we got more people in here. What's good, man?
See,
Hey, I love y'all, man.
They like seeing, you know. Yeah.
The realness.
We appreciate y'all now sticking through it, man.
We got
Got
60
some soldiers.
That's the real subscribers. Maybe they like to see me go to work.
They like, look, Will cleaning his own car, man.
That stuff works though. I'm telling you that much. It's little foam stuff.
Oh, is that what it was?
It's a little spray. I got Kroger's in some place.
Nah, that's clean.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. We good.
Clean the chair off, sir.
Oh my God.
Alright, we about to get back to it, everybody. We about to get back to it. The lamb's out there getting the bath wash. We already got halfway clean. Alright. This is a commercial for this spray, though. I'll tell you that. Car was just completely dirty. I put this stuff on there.
What's it called?
Cleaning wax. High performance cleaning wax. FW1. Anybody ever used this before? Just gave my car a bath with this, and it was completely dirty. All right.
I think we back in motion.
Back in business. Drive. Got us a clean Rari in the background.
Yeah, I guess 3 do come in handy, huh?
Gotta have a spare.
I know some people got spare tires, some people got spare Raris.
Spare with it. Got spare with it. Is this in the way right here?
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you guys staying tuned. Appreciate it. We're ready to kick it back up. I'm gonna try to give y'all a better shot. You said it is out of the way?
Yeah, nah, you good.
All right, I appreciate y'all staying tuned, man. Really appreciate it. We're
Yeah,
gonna
this
get back to
fire,
the
too.
knowledge.
Getting the wheel on each side.
This box is not the shot, is it?
Nah, you good.
All right. Rari. Let me know if you want me to move my chair.
Nah, you good. Oh, yeah, this is just as far.
Get another shot. Get another shot.
Okay. Right back to it. Right back to it. Alright, let's settle in. Let's calm it down, man. We back in motion. We back in motion.
Made an adjustment.
Yeah, hey,
You got business all the time.
hey, bruh, this is the perfect. So, welcome back, guys. We had to, as you see, switch up the Ferrari. Luckily, my man Will had a spare Ferrari, throw it in the background, still keep it clean and fun. But you just made a good point about, we was just literally talking about making pivots, when things get rough.
Yeah.
We could have easily been like, oh man, it's done, man. Let's do this tomorrow. Let's start over. Nah, got right to it.
No time like the present.
No time like the present. And it's, that's, and that ties in perfectly with what I want to ask next is, what is your mentality when it comes to making that pivot? When something erupts and it's not in your favor?
Man, I love it, bro. I could think of 2 or 3 of them, big ones, right? One, quitting my job, right? The second pivot, 2008 when the market crashed and the housing market crashed. Another third pivot I could think of when COVID-19 hit. So with all of those changes, with all of those major pivots,
Those are some major pivots.
you can look glass half empty or glass half full. I quit my job. I chose to look at it as unlimited potential, no ceiling, right? I had the gig, God bless, thanks for the gig and everything, but and it got me as a stepping stone, but I had a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm gonna be the CEO, and even the CEO working for a company, they got a ceiling. Well, with me quitting, I was looking at it as unlimited potential with no ceiling, right? That's how I chose to look at that change or that thing. With all of the risks and pitfalls up there that you can step in, I'm focused on what I want out of the situation that changes. 2008, when the market crashed, everybody's like, oh, I ain't gonna buy no real estate, I ain't gonna buy no houses, I'm gonna sit here and rent and stay put, blah, 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 blah. I saw it as an opportunity, like, oh, okay, so this is how millionaires get made. This is how. And
they get it when it's a disaster hit.
Bro, and at that point, I don't know what my net worth was, but I probably was maybe like around $1 million or something like that. My business was where all my real net worth was. Yeah. But in a bank account, I had $300,000, like, which is a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have $1 million in the account. Yeah. But I had like $300 grand, and I was like, okay, this is how millionaires are made, like right now. Because while everybody's scared and everybody's looking at the market like, damn, I'm scared to buy no house right now because it's everything. I was like, yo, I'm about to get in. This is my chance. And all of the years where I didn't do it, right?
I was prepared because then I had some business acumen. I had like my business going, like this ain't nothing but business and customers and stuff. So that was another change where I could have looked at it as everybody else and been like, I'm scared, I'm gonna stay put, I'm gonna stay still and ride it out.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, yo, this is how millionaires, like this is where I know for a fact this is how millionaires are gonna get made because everything is cheaper than what it should be.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So that was the second one. The third one was COVID-19 when that hit. Everybody was like, oh shoot, you know what's gonna happen.
The game really changed when that hit.
Bro, I had the biggest years of my business, the 2 years during COVID that I've ever had in the whole history of my whole business. But I was prepared though. Like when it came, I was like, okay, I've been preparing for this because I know like stuff goes like this. That's one thing you can like is guaranteed.
Prepare for the dip.
Yeah, everything's going to go up and everything comes down. So when it's up, ride it up. Ride the wave. Be in a position to ride the wave with your surfboard, right? Go ahead and ride the wave up. But also be prepared for when it comes down that you got a new surfboard. You know what I'm saying? Like you rode your old one up. And you're like, damn, we ride. You know what I'm saying? But all that time when it's getting ready to fall down, start getting your new one ready when it hits, and then you ride your new one up. You know what I'm saying? So like COVID-19, I was ready, bro. I was ready. I was like, okay, we're gonna build. If everything slows down, we're about to build. And then everything just took off, bro. I hired people.
And that's what I was just about to ask. Now, I feel like this is where we get hung up the most, especially the youth, but I see it all the time still to this day, is when you want to get to a status that is that unacceptable, like far as like you trying to be in reality, bro, you're not 99%. You're part of the 1% of people who think of making those moves that's going to really change your life for the long run. Not for a week, not for a month, not for a year, but for my lifetime and for my kids' lifetime. The most important way to do that and build that empire is building a team, putting a team together.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you know, I mean, forget them. I'm interested in your mindset of how did you get your team together?
Well, here's the one thing you gotta understand. Like, you can get to a certain level doing stuff yourself. You can get to a good, comfortable, even rich and even wealthy, some people have done, doing things themselves. But even then, you always need other people, right? You always need other people. And when you start thinking about business and you start thinking about taking your business to the next level, it's called scaling, right?
Yep.
So with scaling, you need people to scale, typically. You need people, one way or another, you're gonna need people.
Yeah.
So for me, like, it wasn't my strength to like manage and grow teams of people and things like that. But
we're coming from introverts.
Yeah.
So we gotta work. We're already working against that. Yeah.
So, but one thing I learned early on, like when I had that first job at Kroger, it's like, yo, I'm getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
Am I a punk or am I a stand-up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a stand-up. So I'm not gonna punk out and not ask these people paper or plastic.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid to do this, right? $5 an hour, but I'm getting paid to do it, right?
Yeah.
So like, I took that mentality into everything business-wise. So even with dealing with people, it's like, I don't really want to do this, but I have to do it for my customers and stuff. I got to scale and I got to build a team. And I just have to do the best I can and manage to grow that team out. So, you know, so my thing is the understanding that you can only get so far without people. And then to scale, you need people to support a business. Yeah. And just knowing that and accepting it, I put my feet in there and I swim, you know what I'm saying? So
whether it's deep in or not.
Yeah, you gotta
jump in.
Yeah, or it's on the sideline.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not about staying on the sideline.
Yeah.
So my approach was, all right, let me build my team out, and the anchor of my team will be some good, reliable people. You know what I'm saying? And I have some good, reliable people on my team. Yeah. My team has grown, like I said, in COVID-19 era. My team grew, and I'm maintaining that now. And then you also look to bring other people in your team that can do things that you're not good at too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have some people on my team.
That's the Steve Jobs mentality.
Yeah.
Didn't build nothing. I mean, you built some, but reach out to the best of what you, like you said, that's a strength, is finding people to work for your weaknesses.
Definitely, bro. I wish I had that as a better skill. My business would probably be a whole, like, some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I was really good at that. Yeah. But you know, I'm happy with what I have accomplished, and I'm happy with the team that I have built. But that's one of those, you know, for an introvert, like you said, that's a harder thing to do. But sometimes, like, you you get paid to do this. Like you have the dreams of doing things, and sometimes it's not even about the dreams. Like for me, it wasn't even like sometimes I was like I could just like get rid of the team and just do stuff with like me and a couple other people. But then I think about it, I'm like
downsize.
Yeah, I could, right?
Yeah.
But the way I think about it is like, yo, these customers that I have, they have got me to this level where I'm at. So my loyalty to my customers is to do what I gotta do.
Reputation.
To help them.
Yeah.
Like so building my team was part of like, they need me to do this.
Yeah.
And they've been good to me. So I'm just gonna do it, bro. Like that's just good business.
Yeah.
So that's, you gotta just kind of be serious and like about it and do what you gotta do.
Yeah. And that's a testament because once again, going back to the team thing, I see so many people who have grandiose ideas, but they don't have the person to the capital. They don't have the person to make the website. They don't have the person to this, the person to that. So we try to take it all on by ourselves and end up stretching thin. Because it's like you can't learn some. These people have been learning this for a lifetime. Somebody who's been building websites, been doing this and doing that.
Right.
So it's you really got to be a conductor and like moving pieces around
and you get experience with it once you decide that you understand you got to do it.
Yeah.
You'll get more and more experience with it. You'll know like, all right, hey, this is part of it, hiring and firing. You know what I'm saying?
Hiring and firing.
But to your point, man, when you said that, like, I see so many people, especially in the community where I grew up.
Geniuses, bro.
Smart, but don't get that. They're not
don't
able
got to drive.
They can't leverage it. So
leverage it. That's even better,
bro. Because I know people who have tried and failed, either doing something that they're not good at, or doing something they're good at, but not focusing on any other part of the thing to make it pop or to make it blow up, right? So that's to your point, man. That's a really good question. We need to work with people, man. We can't be afraid to. And I like that's part of the thing. Like I have trust issues.
Yeah.
But I have to trust people.
And you're gonna have trust issues regardless in business. Because
to.
business doesn't care if you're on a high or a low in feelings. It's just like these are numbers. This is what it is.
Right.
So you kind of gotta be a little, and unfortunately, that's a capitalistic society. You kind of gotta be a little stoned when you're in that world.
Facts.
But like you said, having those right people around you, that's what makes it. Because when you go handle the business, you gotta handle the business. But having your team is the people that you really like tapped in with. I'm
gonna give you a little secret.
Okay.
And
I'm down for the secrets, bro.
It's unfortunate that other people don't do this. When I started my company, I knew I couldn't do it by myself, but I knew I had built a plate to eat off of. So I was like, here's the plate, I'm eating off of it like a little bit. But if we all come around the plate, we can lift it up, you know what I'm saying? We can eat some better, if everybody can eat off of the plate, and y'all can go with me because I built the plate.
And you can make the plate bigger.
Right. Especially if we all around it, building on it. So that's what I did. I came, like I got my brother involved, I got my sister involved, and now my brother has an offshoot business that's doing well. I have some of my day ones that are still with me now. I have people that were friends that I said, hey, this is what I'm doing, help me out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's turned into something for them where they help build a plate, and even better than that is build themselves and their skills up. Which that's probably what I'm most proud of as far as like when we talk about teams. Is people that have helped me, that have built up their skill set working with me.
Before I cut you off, a big thing that you just said in there is ego deflating because you said, hey, can you help me out with this?
Oh yeah, you can't. I have an ego internally, but external when it comes to other people, I don't have an ego. I can be the backseat. You could be the boss, you know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer that. I'm an introvert. So, like, somebody else wants to
handle the ship.
You want to be the front?
You want me to scrub the floor?
I can do all of that, for real. Like, for real. I can clean the bathroom and stuff, and clean the toilets and stuff, as long as I'm eating at the end of the day what I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? So,
as long as your dream and your vision is coming to life.
Ego is fake, bro. Ego is fake. We're all made out of dirt and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all made out of the same kind of material.
So we going back to it too.
Exactly. That's why I don't get attached to these material things, bro. This is like a temporary. Like, I ain't going nowhere with this. You know what I'm saying?
Can't put it in the casket. The casket ain't big enough for that.
So it's temporary. So how can you get in love with something like that? you get it, you use it, you take the experience, and you keep rolling. You know what I'm saying? But like with COVID, that's why it was when COVID-19 hit. I wasn't worried about none of that stuff. Like, if I gotta sell a car, so what? Like I would have been like, hey, as long as I can eat and feed my family and we healthy and stuff, you know, I ain't worried about none of that. So like I was ready. Like but I think we had that kind of mentality. Things end up going good for you, man.
And that comes from that mentality helps too. Like you said, when you stop thinking so much within your local field and start thinking a little bit more global, because unfortunately in our culture, you know, if you do gotta sell that car, you're automatically looked at as, oh, you fell off, or you're not doing, and things aren't doing good. Some people cheer for that, and they've been waiting for that.
Yeah, that's gas for me.
That's gas.
Yeah,
use it as fire.
That's gas for me. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I'm so proud of some of my buddies and stuff, man, that have been underdogs and stuff, that are just doing their thing, just being good people. Like for me, I look up to anybody that's a good person. I don't care if they accomplish what in business and stuff like that. If you have maintained to be a good person and you don't turn your back on people and you just try to be a good person, you're somebody I look up to. Yeah. Period. So that's why I'm like, I still have so many of my friends that I grew up with.
And that's a hard thing, you know. I mean, there's a lot of definitions of good and bad, but like you said, a stand-up person, somebody who lives,
you can trust.
Yeah, you can trust.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, and they stick by their word.
Yeah.
They say they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Reliability is a big one.
Yeah.
Like, how reliable are you? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be monetary. It can be emotionally. It can be physically.
Yeah.
How reliable are you for me, or for my team, or for my vision?
Yeah.
And you know, what can and I feel like sometimes people, you know, you get drove. When you got too much drive, or in a certain way, your ego is kind of taking the place. You're only thinking about what they can do for you, but you kind of got to bounce it off. Like, hey, I want you to help me with this, but I can also do this for you.
Yeah, always, bro.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a new relationship of any sort, I'm always thinking about what I can do for the other party in the relationship. Yeah. No matter what kind of relationship it is, especially in business though, because my thing is, I'm gonna show you what kind of person I am to do business with, and I'm sure eventually you're gonna show me what kind of person you are. Yeah. But part of you showing me is how you respond to me.
Yeah. And those transactions build that trust.
Yes.
Because one falls, you're like,
Facts, brother.
Yeah, and that's low key kind of how we met in that sense of we crossed paths a couple of times. I watch, and then you know I'm looking at your work all the time. Like you said, we always, and luckily we're those guys, and I say it on every interview and thing that I do. I'm the dude. I don't care about showing love like from the corner or under. Like I'll shout it out from the bleachers. Like that's my dude. Keep going, keep running. I'm never high love, bro.
It always comes back. Like whatever you put out, bro, it comes back. Yeah. So if you put out good energy comes back to you. Like that's the biggest thing I learned. Like that's why I don't worry about it too much when I have good intentions and stuff doesn't pan out. I don't worry about it because my intentions was good. I was trying to do something good. If it don't work out at that moment, it's coming back. Like I don't even worry about it. Like
that's
nah,
dope.
but nah.
That's a dope mindset, man.
Bro, it's you know, you learn what works. You get
and throw away what doesn't.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah.
And I feel like that's what we get held up on so much is we trying to what doesn't work. We constantly keep trying to figure out why. Or sometimes you just gotta drop it.
Oh yeah.
It'll be like, all right.
Yeah, you can't get stuck on stuff, especially if you got goals to hit.
Yeah.
And you're on a mission to do something. You can't get stuck on stuff.
And removing, you know, my biggest thing for me, what really helped me, and I'm nowhere near this, you know, but what's really helped me even just progress in life as a person, physically, mentally, all of that is just, you know, like we saying, I find my distractions and I limit them.
There you go.
Because the thing is, I've come to realize you'll never get rid of your distractions, but you can limit them.
Yeah, you definitely can.
And you know, that's why some people have vices and everything, and those things are good because they help you escape for a while. When you get too bent up, like you said, you want to, man, this is a lot going on, let me just travel.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
out.
out. Let me see some sun, let me take a drink, let me kick it, let me park. And then that's that reset button. That's the reset button, you need that.
Yeah, you got to recognize it. Like
you got to recognize
when I was in college, I had a lot of stress in college. I recognized my reset button was coming home to see my family.
Mm.
So I'll come home, recharge the battery, and then I can get back to super duper focus.
Yeah.
Cause I was on a mission. It was all a mission. Like a lot of people like go to college and then have fun and stuff like that.
That boy was on it.
I wasn't doing that. I wish I could have been.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
Then
there's
that's
a lot
the
of
thing,
stuff.
though. Like people who got that ambition and that drive,
Yeah.
they look at the ignorance is bliss type of thing and be like, I wish.
I mean, it's just like now, dude. I'll be in Colombia. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm having fun, kicking it.
Like,
Like, man,
nah,
I can
bro,
maybe
work
go out
it.
on a Saturday, bro, but there's so many things I could be doing for fun.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's just
Grinding.
I think it's in my blood. Like I don't chill. Like I remember one time I had a plan. I'm gonna tell a quick story.
Mm-hmm.
I had a plan. I was like, I'm gonna move out of this neighborhood. Taxes kind of high. I'm gonna build a little house that I can pay off in cash.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just ride off in the sunset and chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I built the house.
Uh-huh.
I moved out. I put this house for sale. I had this house in contract to sell it.
Mm.
I was over there in the new house. And I was sitting there in the new house, like, is this really me? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? Like, am I gonna come in here to die? Like, I'm getting rid of all my debt and stuff like that. But what's next? Like, what? It just don't feel right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it got to the last day of my contract to sell this house, and they asked for an extension, which is normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm coming back to my crib.
Yeah.
And I'm getting it popping again, you know what I'm saying? And what I do, and what I mean by that, like, is I put myself in the midst of what I want, and I know I'll work through stuff to make everything right, you know what I'm saying? So that situation would have been me just like riding off into the sunset with no responsibility and stuff like that. It's like, nah, that's not me, man. I like the grind, I like the hustle, I like to be doing it, moving and shaking on
Bro, you hyping me up, bro. Like, you hyping me the hell up, man. And that's what it is, like, when you, bro, I be preaching it so much, man. And it sucks that because it does come off preachy sometimes. And you know, not to pat myself on the back or anything, but I have noticed a small gift of mine is I got a little gift of gab where I can instill motivation in people because I gotta literally talk myself like all day. So when people be having self-doubt, the reason why I can explain self-doubt so well is because I got so much of it. I went through it, I still have it. And I'm fighting it every single day. But I just know when you do accomplish that small thing, it just puts more wind under your feathers.
I was just getting ready to say, the way you kill self-doubt, because we're not going to be good at everything.
Yeah.
So you can accept that. Like, I'm not going to be as good as CeeDee Lamb at catching touchdown passes and stuff, or being a quarterback like Dak Prescott. I accept that. But the more you do, you just said it, like the more you do and get involved in things and accomplish things, then you show yourself what you're good at. And then you can say, you know what, I'm a top performer in this. So when I get into that, I'm about to step up. You know what I'm saying? Quietly or not quietly. You know what I'm saying? And then and do what you gotta do, bro. But the more you set a goal,
the small wins.
Yeah, the more you do that and you accomplish them goals, that self-doubt like goes away. Like I don't really struggle with that on a professional level anymore. On a personal level, you're dealing with people. So it's not about you, it's about them a lot of times.
Personalities.
So you have doubts with can I talk to this person the right way, or can I help them through this situation the right way? So I still have that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to business, like
you locked in.
Bro, because I know the reality of, you know what a lot of it is work ethic too.
Work ethic,
you know what I'm saying? So, and that's something you can control.
Bro, you can control that. But that's what, work ethic is what built this car. Yeah. Work ethic is what builds your life.
So if you know that you're willing to work a little bit harder than the next person, or maybe a lot harder than the next person to get whatever it is that goal is, if you know that, that's where your self-doubt can disappear.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm gonna work till whatever it takes. And the game is not over till I'm dead.
Till I'm dead,
bro. The game is not over. So if you don't get it now, it's just a matter of time. You keep chipping at it, bro.
Even if you take an L. Yeah. Take an L.
It's a momentary. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't over.
The game ain't over. You know, Mario shit. You get another life. You eat a mushroom, go
here. Yeah. You wake up.
Exactly.
You still here, it ain't over.
Exactly.
So that was, the game is still on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I've
That's great advice, bro. That's great advice. And I'm always trying to think from different perspectives on like stuff like that. And you just threw one into the bucket for me, man. So Yeah, that's super good. So to kind of wrap up everything, man. What now with everything that you got going, and where do you see the future of this for yourself and for your team? Like, where do you see this? Like you said, the game isn't over,
Right.
but there's that next level. There's that final boss. Like, where do you see that?
Man, that's good because now I don't even think about I think about having impact, whether it's impact on somebody's life, and that's probably the most impact you can have to me.
Yeah.
So I want to have impact. If I spend my time on something, I want to have a positive impact on whatever it is I was spending my time on.
Yeah.
So and then everything else will kind of sort out, like the money and stuff. Like when I built my business that has generated the most income for me, I wasn't really thinking about money when I built it. I was thinking about impact. Like, if I build this, it'll be dope. Like, people will use it. I can use it.
The greats say that. Help people and you'll become 10 times richer if just helping yourself.
Stuff will come. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm definitely a testament of that. Like, I built my business, didn't make no money for the first, 3 years. And then the money showed up because I had something that was thriving, something that was successful. Then I started getting these people asking me, hey, can we put this on your website? Can we do this? And I was like, yeah, but other people charge for that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna charge for that too.
Yeah.
Maybe then I can do this passion project for full time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. So we in the hood right now, y'all hear sirens and everything. But honestly, man, the impact thing, that's what it is for me. Like, how do I spend time and have impact? What kind of little mini empire can I build? And then what can I pass on to future generations where I'll be remembered in a good light and having had impact. So that's but I don't even think about it, to be honest with you, too much. From every now and then I think about monetary goals, but I think about impact, like healthy, like being healthy. Like, if I have a business, what makes that business healthy? You got happy customers, you got a lot of customers that you haven't even tapped into.
I've never thought of a business being healthy.
Yeah,
but
dude.
that's a very great analogy.
That's how I think about it all the time. I choose health over instant wealth, like stuff like I choose health. So like a lot of the decisions.
Damn, bro, that's fire.
Oh, but it's probably what kept me in business a lot, because I wasn't thinking about I can make a lot of money doing this. I can make a lot of quick money doing that. Now I was thinking, how can my business be healthy? Which means, what does healthy mean?
Long term.
Long term, bro. And I have customers that are happy. Like, people like dealing with me. That's for my future.
Yeah.
Because even if whatever I'm doing now don't work out, if I have a good, healthy relationships with people like doing business with me, then I'll be all right. Because they'll pull me into something else, because I know how things work. So that's just that's an MO though. That's a mode of operation.
Yeah. That's great.
Maybe I should think about monetary stuff, but I just never really, honestly, I never.
Really and it's the society that makes you feel like you should. But it's like,
nah, I don't even, to have the cars. I always liked cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it'd be dope if I had a Huracan. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like, I gotta get a Huracan. I gotta get the money.
You was business.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I take it back. I knew I had to have money to live comfortably. Yeah. But I wasn't
to live the life that you want, man.
Yeah. But and I knew it takes money to do that. But my focus was always like making good decisions to be in a healthy place, to where you got options and stuff. And that's my mode of operation still to this day. So like, for me, I always think, like, if I can't help, like if I'm dealing with a stranger, if I can leave them with an impression, somehow that's probably gonna come back. Even if it's like, I don't know if were you born and raised in Columbus?
I was actually born in New York.
Okay.
And I moved here when I was probably like 7.
Okay, so you probably noticed that we got if you travel around, Columbus has a nice culture.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's pockets.
Bro, the reality is, the culture breeds culture. So like, if you make somebody feel good by just opening the door for them, or you make somebody feel good by doing a nice gesture or shaking their hand or treating them a certain way, that's gonna make them feel a certain way.
And do it for the next person.
And then what happens? You breed a culture, bro. But you can be like a catalyst for something like that.
Catalyst.
So
perfect word.
So like, for me, like, that's an MO, man. Like, and I feel like as long as I can continue to try to do that, however I can, wherever I'm at and stuff, that's kind of like my goal. Like,
that's perfect,
the chips will fall you know, where they may. And
the blessings of rain, bro.
Yeah,
they rain down on you, man.
They
You
come,
keep
man.
on your mission, man.
But yeah, you know, and every now and then it's like this time of year too. I start reflecting on, you know, what are my goals for the next 5 years or the next 10 years.
Very important.
Me, it's like a 4-year cycle. Like every 4 years, something major. I gotta go up.
Yeah.
Every 4 years, I'm trying to go, and for me, that's my cycle.
Yeah.
So, you know, that next 4 years
coming up.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying. I know real estate is in the play.
Yeah.
Keeping my business healthy, my main business healthy, and just helping as many people as I can to achieve their goals and missions through this, you know, social media stuff.
Man, I don't think you could have wrapped that up even better, man.
I appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you sitting down and talking, man. Like once again, you know, you're a dude. I don't care if these cameras was on or not. I enjoyed this conversation. If it was just for me,
Likewise,
you feel me? So, once again, I appreciate your mindset, bro, and I appreciate everything. You know, because we talk about how that work ethic, you're already fighting resistance, getting out of the bed, let alone putting all this stuff on your shoulders and showing the world. So, man, I really appreciate that out of you, brother, and you know. Whatever I can do to help, you know I'm always here. I'm in your corner, man. I'm in your corner. And yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up. So once again, I don't even know if I have to put this brother's information because he's very well known and his page is popping, but I'm gonna put everything at the bottom. I'm gonna put include his business and everything.
Likewise.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you, brother.
No, I appreciate you, man. And y'all go check out Round 10 Pro, Instagram, YouTube. Is the same on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Round 10 Pro.
For everybody watching over here, check them out. Super top level stuff, and we got some projects we gonna bubble up.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if you want to cut this and keep it rolling, but we can brainstorm.
Okay.
Just live on these ideas we got. So
hold on. Yeah. Let me check. Now you about to get me all fired up.
I ain't gonna take too much of your time on that.
Oh no, brother, you good.
Shout out to everybody that stuck with us on YouTube. Hopefully we dropped a little bit of knowledge in there. Oh, we got 113 now, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Hit that thumbs up. We about to brainstorm some projects. Y'all can see a little bit of the behind the scenes on how I want like try to direct the content on my channel. Even if it gets 1 million views or it gets 5 views, for me, it's about the message that I'm trying to deliver, so y'all can hear a little bit of behind the scenes on my thoughts on what I want to do.
I think the last, probably hit my little recording limit. The last bit we got to do is like probably just redo the end.
Okay.
Because we got it cut off at the culture part, and we was at the very end of that. So just to rewrap everything again, probably just wrap it up because everything we already got is fucking gold. This guy, once again, you know, just wrapping up everything. I'll say, I don't even care if I'm saying it twice. I'll say it 100 times. I appreciate your mindset, bro, because you are one of those. You know, I wouldn't even call you. You're a figure at this point. You know, and we grow up saying. We get into a certain level of our life and we be like, man, I don't want to be nobody's role model. I just want to worry about myself. I want to say what I want to say. I want to move how I want to move. But at the end of the day, somebody inspired you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost a duty. Like, it's a disservice.
Go ahead, brother.
It's a disservice not to inspire the next, especially if it's the youth.
I feel 100% like that. If you are somebody, it's like to whom much is given, much is required, right?
Yeah.
So if you're somebody, because I don't have these Lambos and Ferraris by myself out of the air. Yeah. Somebody trusted me. Yeah. Right? So it was people that believed in me, trusted me, partnered with me to make this stuff a reality for me. So for me, it's a disservice, like you said. It's a spit in the face if I don't do something to try to give back and help or inspire or do whatever I can for somebody else. Yeah. So the question about being a role model, you're a role model whether you like it or not.
Regardless,
it's gonna be a bad one or a good one. You choose.
Yeah.
So are you gonna deal with people and accept it or not? But you're still a role model.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody gonna do the exact same thing you did, good or bad. Because they see you and they look up to you. Yeah. Right? So if you go and start acting like a fool, you're like, oh man, when I get big, I'm gonna act like a fool too, right? Yeah. Or you go and you say, you know what, I'm gonna show people like a certain way of movement because I know people are watching. and I'm gonna accept that, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna do the best I can with it. That's different, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna see that, and maybe one day they're gonna be like, they're gonna achieve success or whatever it is, and then they, you know what? Now I understand why I need to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's perfect because that ties into what you was just speaking on is culture breeds culture. If you, like you said, if you grow up and you be that dude who's like, man, I'm gonna be the big bad dude. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show all the negativity.
Right.
All you're doing is building a world of that around you.
It will suffocate you. That's exactly right, brother. That's exactly right, brother. You're gonna breed it. So if you have bad energy, you're gonna attract bad energy. You have good energy. That's why I don't worry about too much. Like even if something bad happens, like people like say I'm a YouTuber, but gotta hide your address, stuff like that. I'm like, bro, somebody wants to rob me here, bro. Here go the keys. I got insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like
they can't rob your mind though. At the end of the day, too.
What have I done for somebody to want to shoot me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about that. Like if they want a car, like you want a car that bad, let me talk to you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you for a minute, bro. Because you about to put yourself in a situation where this will be the first and last time you ever get in a car like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it, and not to take like.
That's a fact, bro.
It's energy, bro. So I don't, I try to put out positive energy, and I expect positive energy back. And there's gonna be little bumps and stuff in it, but you deal with that. And I've dealt with that in my life already. I've seen situations. Most people on the inside are good anyway. Like it's usually a situation or an upbringing or a mindset or even mental illness or something that makes them not good. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that I can approach things different and have that understanding that whatever you put out, that's what's coming back. But you said it best, man. If you bring that negative energy, you're gonna breathe it. You bring that positive energy, that's what you're gonna get.
It's gonna come back around.
It's a mindset, and even like having a positive mindset and thinking. I think of this thing like, think about like if you was somebody like, oh nah, that's where you from and stuff like that. Think about if you was like a kid in Africa, right? And you in a tribe, and like let's say this tribe is starving, and you like them commercial with flies in the eye and all that kind of stuff, right? Imagine you was a kid, but imagine if you changed your mind. You said, wow, we all starving here and we all sad and stuff. Imagine if you change your mind and say, you know what? We're gonna get out of this. And I'm gonna be like the catalyst to change the mindset. Even if I'm the only one, I'm gonna be the one that's moving in that thing like everything is gonna be good and it's all gonna work out and that's the energy. Guess what'll happen, bro? The one time somebody outside come in and be like, yo, what's going on here? Like, who's gonna be the person that with the mindset that was the leader and that energy is gonna come to? It's gonna come to that person that said, I'm getting out of this situation. We all gonna get out and I'm gonna have a positive movement. I think it's gonna happen. When that opportunity comes, that's the energy, where that energy is gonna connect right there. And bro, that's like I have stories like in my life where that's happened. So
I've had the same thing. So just, wrapping it up, once again, I appreciate your mindset, bro. I appreciate the opportunity that you I ain't even gonna say the conversation, give the jewels. I feel like it was a lot of jewels dropped in this, man, that and for those, I'm not calling anything or saying anything, for those who don't know what catalyst means, look it up, and for the layman's terms, it's a spark. And that's the most important thing. Like, what can you do to get this thing going, or get this person going, or get this business going? Focus on that. And that's what creates a healthy business or a healthy mindset. And then it all, with me being in the fitness in a certain way, I've seen that. Like, I go there, I hit these weights and I do all this because it helps me figure out outside. It helps me put these, I always tell people when I go in the gym, it's like my Rubik's Cube, all the colors is everywhere. And then when I leave, they all back in and now I can see things clear again. So that helps me a lot, and this conversation is gonna help me a lot. I don't waste conversations, bro. Conversations are damn near more than money to me nowadays. Like, bro, and just connecting with different people and those different mindsets of where you want to be or where you see your life going, or that's what I really hold on to now. Because like I said before, I don't judge. I don't really care, like, if you got all this flash and grandiose stuff. It's like, bro, I judge people off their brains and how they move and, how they shake hands and, who they cross, too. How they talk about friends behind their back and stuff like that. I'm very keen on that, bro.
It's like if you go to a car show, right, and you see somebody who's got a Bugatti. First thing I think is, how did they get a Bugatti? Because that story it's everything much more important to me than the Bugatti. Bugatti is a piece of art.
Yep.
It's a fast car, it's a good experience and everything.
Damn, you put that in fire, yeah.
Bro,
it's just a piece of art.
But you take the person,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever that story was, I would be more attracted to the person, depending on the story, than the car. Because if the person had a story maybe similar to mine that I can relate to or something like that, then I care more about building a relationship with that person. The person sold drugs or something like that and they got a nice car, I don't gravitate towards that.
That's fluff.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know this person with this nice car. You know what I'm saying? So except for to see if I can help them some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's you know, but you can't take none of this to the grave. Like
that's a fact.
Earlier.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I don't fall in love with this stuff, bro. I just you know, I use it. You know what I'm saying?
And your personality shows that, though. It
I
shows it
appreciate
from a
that,
mile
man.
away, bro.
I
Shows it
appreciate
from a
that.
mile away. But yeah, you know, just to wrap up everything, I appreciate you again, brother, for talking to me. I'm gonna put, even though I don't have to put his, you know, handles anywhere. He's a very well-known guy. His page is, you know, booming. It's full of inspiration and motivation. No pun intended. But I'm gonna put all his business and stuff at the bottom. And you know, once again, subscribe. I appreciate the love, and I'll catch up with y'all next time. All right, my G. And on top of that, now we can brainstorm. I just want to wrap that up.
So for everybody who might be still watching on YouTube, so I want to have a conversation with you because we always, like in passing, we've been talking about partnering together. So what made me want to do that, of course, is your style of video shooting and editing, top quality.
My God.
And it's the kind of thing where I see my channel going in the future. And doesn't always have to be long form content. Some of it could be short, some of it could be long, but quality. And the way I see, like, so I have some concepts of working with you.
And before you even jump into that, I want to say, I see that for your pages. With me being a shooter, and I look at the work, and see, I grew up off of films. I grew up off of music videos. And I got a whole story about that. And another, I'm gonna probably put the link up top of just why I got into directing and videography in general. Because I grew up being a guy like watching the most crisp stuff. I was watching MTV music videos and all this stuff, and you know they're not showing the bullshit. They showing the top quality, the best cars, the best women, the dudes looking the cleanest. So that's always been stuck in my head. Fluff. So when I see fluff on it, I'm just like, y'all could have did this better. Why don't you just clean it up just a little bit? And it's like, you know, getting older too, you accept that not everything can be perfect, which I've accepted. It took me a while to get there because I would realize the more perfect I try to make it, the less I could accomplish.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Because I know a lot of people that suffer. That's part of that analysis paralysis thing too. Like a lot of people suffer. Like my brother, you know, God bless him, is a masterful artist. Any kind of art he touches.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man, that's my dog right there.
He's a master
He's
artist.
a beast.
And
his work is fire.
But I think it's perfectionism. To your point, like if you try to make stuff a little bit too perfect, then that would cut down on the business aspect of it. Now, if you don't care about the business aspect, that's cool. But if you do care about the business aspect of it, you got to understand, like, less than perfect is good enough to get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect because when it comes to art, like, the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. They might not be looking for perfection. Like, that's who's to say what's perfect? So it's like all him. It's all in his head, like what he wants it.
Bro, and to be honest, I'm still fighting that though. I'm not saying I got it down to a T, but I have realized, like, man, let me just get this shit
I think people who have that artistic tendency, they suffer from that.
I suffer from it.
But you gotta like when you put your business hat on.
And that's what changed my mentality. Because I got to the point where I was like, I would watch other artists, and I'm heavy in the art community. Like I shoot with a lot of different artists, I'm around a lot of different artists, and they're beasts. But the thing is, they don't. You mentioned the word paperwork. Like it's like the boogeyman. You mentioned business, it's the boogeyman.
Nah, you got it.
And you know, and once again, like I said, it is sort of a gift to let these know. I can let them know in a very streamlined way, in a pill way. I don't have to beat their ears up too much, but I tell them, how much do you love your work? They say, I love it to death. I'll literally die for it. So I say, don't you want to respect your work by getting
Yes.
as many people
Yes.
as possible?
Thank you.
That's the goal.
Thank you.
You want a million.
Bro,
Somebody
you
doesn't
gotta
make
do
a
that.
song for it just to. If it travels from their house and their hood listens to it.
If there's any artists listening right now, he just broke down exactly. This is the same thing I was talking about, like with my brother. I don't know if I vocalized it good with him, but bro, if you're an artist who love your work, why not respect it by getting it out there? It's the same thing with, like, he does music too. I'm like, bro, this is fire right here. Like, just let it go.
Bruh, imagine if Jay-Z said he was just cool with having his songs in the neighborhood.
Nobody would know nothing about no Jay-Z except for his circle. You know what I'm saying?
And bro, that's what I'm saying. Your art.
You gotta get
And
it
like
out
I said,
there.
I grew up with artists, and this is art at the same time. This is art, you know, figuring things out. That's all art. So it's like we're pulling this stuff out of thin air. We're just antennas. That's how I see anything, ideas, creativeness. We're pulling it out of thin air, and we're just making it come through our hands to build our vision around us.
Right.
And it's like, now it's a living, breathing thing. It was just a blank canvas.
Right.
You made it something.
Right.
Now it's a living.
Right.
You look at the Mona Lisa.
Right.
If you rip it in half, it's just paper or it's just canvas. But if you travel it around, you give it a life. You breathe. You put the business into it. You put the art. It's a living, breathing thing now. So it's like, why disrespect your art by not getting it to get it to everybody?
Yeah.
But you gotta take. And I understand it's the business that you be like, this is.
Not everybody's keen on it, but I think a lot of people had the ability, if they would just focus on it, set aside time to do it and deal with it, even though they don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like doing taxes. Like, I hate doing taxes, but you gotta do it.